Pathmonk is the intelligent tool for website lead generation. With increasing online competition, over 98% of website visitors don't convert. The ability to successfully show your value proposition and support visitors in their buying journey separates you from the competition online. Pathman qualifies and converts leads on your website by figuring out where they are in the buying journey and influencing them in key decision moments with relevant micro experiences like case studies, intro videos, and much more. Stay relevant to your visitors and increase conversions by 50%. Add Pathmonk to your website in seconds. Let the AI do all the work and get access to 50% more qualified leads while you keep doing marketing and sales as usual. Check us on pathmonk.com. Welcome to today's episode. Let's talk about today's guest. We have Eric Shafer, CTO and CMO in Indoor Media. How you doing today, Eric?
Very good, thanks.
Great to have you on. We were discussing a little bit about what Indoor Media was all about before the episode, but let's give our listeners what they tuned in for. In your own words, Eric, what's Indoor Media all about?
Yeah, so we're a 34-year-old company, and what we do is provide local business marketing through an exclusive advertising channel, which is the grocery store. So our main customers are local customers, quick serve restaurants, hair nail salons, dry cleaning, auto, as well as realty, insurance, and legal. And business owners with us can advertise at a store, regional, state, or national level on any of 9,000 grocery stores in the United States and Canada. And they do that either on the back of the register receipt tape, usually as a coupon there, or literally on the shopping carts themselves as a brand ad. So our founder started with McDonald's franchises back in the late 80s. And had built that up and was doing so well with receipt tape advertising that he actually bought the company that was providing the advertising for him. And in his words, you don't buy customers, you only rent them.
Yeah, interesting. Yep, definitely. That's an interesting take there. And so that everyone that is listening could get a good understanding of your companies, what would you say is a key problem that you solve for clients?
I think for most of our customers, the biggest challenge they have is they are independent owners of their establishments, even if they're franchisees. So they may have one or several locations, but it's never much more than that for us, or rarely. And those owners are probably the busiest people on the planet, right? Because they have to sit there and worry about supply chain, they have to do staffing, they have to do customer service, accounting, everything they do. And for them, a lot of the times marketing is one of the last things on their list. So one of the great things about Indoor Media is the way we provide turnkey solutions for them. But on top of that, when you start looking at the local marketing environment, it's often very difficult on a digital level to really stand out because we have the relationships with the grocery stores. You really have an opportunity to have an exclusive channel, either with the receipt tape, what we're literally placing in the hands of every customer that walks out the door, or they'll have an ad on the cart that is just a couple inches. And it's a way for them to really become a local celebrity and really have fantastic exposure, plus repetition that's happening about 1.5 to 1.7 times a week.
Okay, definitely. That's great to hear. So then who would you say is your primary clients? Is there a segment that you guys like to go for?
So our very top customer is Mexican restaurants, which is just an interesting thing. I don't really know. I think mostly because there's not as many chain Mexican restaurants, and so they don't have national campaigns also supporting the franchisees. Pizza is our second top category for tape. And then it's all the other quick serve restaurants, hair nail salon, auto care, dry cleaning, car washes. All those are great because they work really well with a coupon. It's a very good way to incentivize a customer to either switch wherever they have been going or to get them to come back that one more time a month and really increase top revenue. On the shopping cart side, our primary industry, by and large, is realtors. They love the product because it really gets their face right in front of all their customers at the grocery stores, right in the neighborhoods that they're trying to focus on. Then we really have a lot of legal, urgent care, and anybody that's really looking to do local branding. fits that product very well.
Definitely. And so, what would you say? How does someone typically find out about you? Like, what would you say is a top client acquisition channel for you guys?
Yeah. So, in all honesty, because most of our customers are so busy, we have to go find them. A lot of our customers are not spending a lot of time um, looking online, and when you look online and you're trying to find a lot of digital type solutions and so forth, it's not. It's geared for somebody that's either going to be much more involved or have a large budget. So we have a pretty good sized sales force, and they really focus on cold calling. Quite frankly, still working well all these years later, even given the current environment. But we do a lot of cold calling. We know our customers segments really well, and they just stay focused in those top 20 categories for each product.
All right, great. And I am here on the website, indoormedia.com. For our listeners, you can always check them out there. What would you say, what role does a website play for your client acquisition?
Yeah. So our website is from a sales standpoint, our website is actually our single best sales rep. It actually outperforms any other rep we have by revenue. So we do get a fair amount in there. It's just when you have, on average 5 to 550 reps, having one best isn't quite as dominating as we'd like it to be.
Mhm.
We get a lot of support from people that will check us out after they've had a conversation with either a telemarketer, appointment setter, or a sales rep, right? So we get a lot of kind of, am I with a company that has been here for a long time, and really proving the trustworthiness and durability of the brand.
Great to hear that. And well, let's switch gears a little bit, Eric, and let's talk about you as a leader. I'm curious, right? You're the CTO and the CMO. I'm sure you have a lot on your plate, but what are some key tasks you focus on your day-to-day work?
So I'm really kind of sitting at the intersection of technology and marketing in our company as it applies to customer success. So I came onto this company about 8 years ago. We know that registered tape has a shelf life. We don't know if that's 5 years out or 10 or 15, but eventually grocery stores are, going to go a different route and do something digital. We know that. The shopping cart, we think, has even more longevity, but we really need to look at solutions for our customers on how do they do local marketing if we don't have tape or in conjunctions with tape. And so that was really why I was brought on board. I have a strong technical background. That was really what I studied in college, but got into marketing. And of course, you've seen the confluence of those two over the time. So on a daily basis, I'm really spending my time kind of split. One is working on the actual marketing pitch and talking points for our sales reps, kind of evolving the company from essentially a two-product company into a more open-faceted marketing consulting agency where our reps can actually talk about digital. We have new product programs like what we call digital integration, ensuring that our customers can be found if somebody picks up a phone and asks Siri or Google for their business location. And then on the other side, I'm managing new products that we're bringing on. So we've recently started with display advertising for our customers in conjunction at the grocery store. So we're geofencing the grocery stores, hitting the same market as their print ad and having a lot of luck with that. We're getting ready to roll out PPC for maps in the next, probably in the next quarter. So we're very excited about that. Lots of local listing type stuff. And so just working out the flow to make sure that these are going to be successful for our customers and that we're doing it in a really competitive way.
Definitely, that's important. Great to hear that. And like I mentioned, it's a full plate that you have on your hands. So great to hear that from you. But let's jump into our section, our rapid fire section round. So you ready for some fast questions, Eric?
Yeah, hit me.
All right. First up, what is the last book that you read?
So it's probably yes and. So I just recently started doing some improv, and I'm taking a course, and I wanted to learn a little bit more about the theory behind it. And I think improvisation, that whole idea of yes and whatever somebody's saying, you accept what they're saying and you moved on with it, is a really powerful tool that I'm trying to actually instill in a lot of our culture here.
Definitely, it's something, it works a lot better than but this, right? Yes, and thing. It's kind of like you're accepting what they're telling you, and no one could. It's kind of like, all right, you heard me, and then you just continue, right? So definitely a great power word there. Next up, what is one single thing that your company's focused on at the moment the most?
Digital. I mean, for sure, we've been struggling to try to find the right way to present products for our customers. So if you think of, let's say, an independent Mexican restaurant, um, pay per click is, there's not that many people going to actual search. Now, if you start looking at like maps, there's a lot of interest there and a lot we can do, and we're trying to develop that. But if you think of traditional PPC for search engines, that's such a small amount of market now. So we started with the display advertising because it fits very nicely in line with the budget. And because we have the print channel working for us, this is a really nice way to get kind of a gestalt multi-channel marketing together, so that the two marketing channels combined are really more powerful than either one by themselves. So we're definitely moving towards doing a lot more digital.
Definitely, and I mean, correct me because I think I'm just saying words here, but relatively, Google Maps and PPC is kind of fairly new, right? Or how long has it been working then?
So obviously, Google's regular search PPC, like just going to Google and literally typing in, best Mexican restaurant in Houston, that's been around since Google started, right? For sure. But on Maps, they've been very slow to kind of roll out the tools there and roll out the advertising, because they've wanted to make Maps phenomenally addictive, which it is. I mean, I think we can say, even Apple users are switching to Google Maps a lot. Uh, and they've been very slow in rolling those out. So that is actually pretty new, and it's really exciting for our customers, because I have to say, I personally, whenever I travel, the first thing I do is pull up Google Maps, search for restaurants, set a couple filters to make sure I get top brand ones, and I go from there. Being able to put our customers at the top of that list is really powerful.
Definitely would agree with that. Awesome. So, if there would be no boundaries in technology, what would be that one thing that you want to have fixed for your role as a marketer today, Eric?
Yeah, I think more than anything, it's doing digital assessments, trying to get a feel for where customers are. Right now, we use a lot of tools. We use SEMrush. We do a lot of just manual looking to see where our customers are, to make sure that they've claimed all their listings, that they've done the basic steps. Getting that automated in a way that we could then take the information and transform it into a presentation that could rely on that would be tremendous. So, our vision is and what we're working towards right now is that a customer comes to our website, the first thing they do is pick their business, enter their business address. And from that, we're going to use the Google API, go get all their information, go find out their Facebook page, find everything that they're doing, see if they're doing advertising, if they're doing display, if they're doing PPC, and then combine that into a presentation that says, we see you're doing a great job here. The next step will be X. Or, gosh, you're really missing the boat. You haven't even claimed your Google listing. We can't be successful with you until you take those steps. Now, we're happy to do it for you, but you got to go do it. And kind of building from that foundation up.
I'll agree. If there's one repetitive task that you could automate, what would that be?
Like I said, I think it would be automating getting all of that information together so that we knew, right, what their total online footprint looked like.
Okay, perfect. Well, lastly, you did talk about it, right? You do have a lot of experience already, Eric, in the marketing world. But what is one piece of advice that you would give yourself if you were to restart your journey as a marketer today?
Oh gosh. You know, so I went to a very liberal arts college, not a liberal college necessarily, but a liberal arts one. So we studied, French cinema. I took economics. I took computer science. I got to say, as things come along today, I think it's that liberal art desire to learn and do lifelong learning that you just have to stick with. So I think I got an appreciation for that early, but it has stood me in really good stead.
All right. Great advice there. Well, Eric, thanks a lot for being on the show with us today. I do want to give you the last word. If someone forgets everything about the interview today, what is that one thing they should remember about indoor media?
That you can advertise in a grocery store, which is the center of your community.
There, you guys heard it from Eric. You could always check him out at indoormedia.com, a smarter way to market locally for only a few dollars a day. Eric, thanks a lot for being on with us today. To our listeners, thank you so much for tuning in. Looking forward to our next episode at Pathmonk Presents. Thanks a lot, Eric.
Thanks so much.